Streetlight bleeds through a paper sky. Somewhere a radio forgets the words. I'm counting cabs that don't stop by and breathing in what the night defers. The kettle ticks down to a colder hour. Window glass holds a fingerprint of rain. Down on the corner, a borrowed power hums in the wires like a low refrain. You left your shadow on the unmade bed, a crease map of where we used to go. I traced the streets that we never said and let the silence overflow. We're drifting in concrete smoke, gray on the river's tongue. The city breeze, the city woke and kept its secrets young. Hold me in the half-light slow, where the neon learns to fade. We're nothing but the ghosts we owe to the promises we made. A taxi paints the ceiling amber blue, then takes its color somewhere down the road. The clock won't argue, knows it's overdue, and carries on with its quiet load. I wear your absence like a bottle coat, too thin for weather, heavy all the same. There's a song stuck halfway up my throat that only knows the shape of your name. We're drifting in concrete smoke, gray on the river's tongue. The city breeze, the city woke and kept its secrets young. Hold me in the half-light slow, where the neon learns to fade. We're nothing but the ghosts we owe to the promises we made. The bridges hum a frequency of want, vibrating in the marrow of the dark. A stranger's lighter cuts a tiny font of orange in the cold electric park. I am the last light left on the floor, a flicker the morning means to claim. I keep the latch undone on the door for a footstep that never came. Low, low, the hum beneath my skin. Slow, slow, the way the hours pour in. The smoke don't lift, it only learns to lean on everything you swore you'd never been. And I dissolve a sugar in the gray, a nameless street light cannot hold. Wait for the dawn to take the night away and leave me beautiful and cold. We're drifting in concrete smoke, gray on the river's tongue. The city breeze, the city woke and kept its secrets young. Hold me in the half-light slow, where the neon learns to fade. We're nothing but the ghosts we owe to the promises we made. Concrete smoke, concrete smoke. The river takes its hush downstream, a whispered word the morning broke and folded back into the dream. Streetlight bleeds and lets it go, and the city hums me low. Streetlight bleeds through curtain lace, a slow exhale, a hollow place. The radiator hums a tune no one was singing in this room. Rain rides nothing on the pane, just static river soft as pain. I trace the trail your shoulder left across a mattress cold and deaf. The kettle whistles then forgets, a candle drowning in its sweat. Somewhere a siren learns to wail, the city swallows its own tail. Cold glass against my cheekbone, breath fogging up the dark. You left your shadow on the floor, a low and humming spark. Cold glass and a quiet bottle, neither one of us awake. The night don't ask me questions, so there's nothing left to break. 2 cigarettes, 1 matchstick gone. We never said the word withdrawn. The baseline walks the corridor and knows my number. Knocks no more. A taxi idles, coughs, departs, carries off a stranger's heart. The clock has lost its second hand. It ticks in some unraveled land. Cold glass against my cheekbone, breath fogging up the dark. You left your shadow on the floor, a low and humming spark. Cold glass in a quiet bottle, neither one of us awake. The night don't ask me questions, so there's nothing left to break. Concrete smoke above the spires, a great theology of wires. I count the windows, still alight, each one a fever burning bright. You were a chord I couldn't hold, a warm note in a colder mode. Now morning leans against the glass and waits for all of this to pass. Hush, the elevator sighs, the river keeps its alibis. We are the dust, the street lamps catch the unstruck flint, the empty match. Don't turn the light on, leave it dim, let memory go thin and slim. I'm half a ghost, I'm half a song, I've been this tired for too long. Cold glass against my cheekbone, breath fogging up the dark. You left your shadow on the floor, a low and humming spark. Cold glass and a quiet bottle, neither one of us awake. The night don't ask me questions, so there's nothing left to break. Concrete smoke above the spires, a great theology of wires. I count the windows, still alight, each one a fever burning bright. You were a chord I couldn't hold, a warm note in a colder mode. Now morning leans against the glass and waits for all of this to pass. Hush, the elevator sighs, the river keeps its alibis. We are the dust, the street lamps catch the unstruck flint, the empty match. Don't turn the light on, leave it dim, let memory go thin and slim. I'm half a ghost, I'm half a song, I've been this tired for too long. Whole glass, whole glass, I let it fall, no sound at all, no sound at all. Street lamp flicker, amber on the wet glass. The kettle's still ticking, hours since it passed. Somewhere a siren bends and folds away. Low light swallowing the day. Count the cars by the color of their headlights, bleeding through the curtain in a slow parade. Ashtray city, the buildings hold their breath now, every window dimmer than the last one made. You left a glass with your lipstick on the table, a ghost of a question I never got to ask. I traced the rim of it, slow as the smoke goes, wearing your silence like a borrowed mask. In the low light, I keep your shape beside me, a shadow made of velvet and rain. In the low light, the city hums a lullaby, soft as a needle slipping back into the vein. The hours move sideways, never quite arriving, clock face melting in the color of the dark. I press my forehead to the cold of the window, watch the concrete swallow up the last spark. Down on the corner, a man counts his nothing, coins like cold rain in the cup of his hand. We're all just outlines, half erased and humming, drawing in the smoke what we don't understand. In the low light, I keep your shape beside me, a shadow made of velvet and rain. In the low light, the city hums a lullaby, soft as a needle slipping back into the vein. The radio breathes in a language of static, voices from a station that went dark years ago. I let it murmur, a comfort and a hauntings, telling me secrets I already know. Down by the river, the water keeps its promise to carry what we couldn't hold up to the light. And I am still here in the gray of the hour, spending the dark like it's all I've got tonight. Don't turn it up, don't turn it on. The morning's a rumor, a thing nearly gone. Stay in the soft where the edges go blurred, where nothing is spoken and nothing is heard. Just a slow blue hum of the wire and the rain, the pulse of the city, the ghost of your name. Low light, hold me where I am. A flicker, a feather, a quiet, a damn. In the low light, I keep your shape beside me, a shadow made of velvet and rain. In the low light, the city hums a lullaby, soft as a needle slipping back into the vein. Street lamp flicker, amber on the wet glass, the kettle gone cold and the hours still pass. Somewhere a siren bends and folds away. Low light, swallow in the gray. Low light. satin lace, a slow drip on the window glass. Neon hums in the empty space, and the cars go by like passing thoughts. You left your cigarettes on the sill, half a confession, half a vow. The kettle's cold, the morning still. I'm learning how to miss you now. The radio is talking low to nobody, to the dark. I trace the shapes the headlights throw, a slow procession across the wall. Ash and honey on my tongue, the bitter and the gold. I keep you where the night is young and the city's growing old. Smoke between my fingers, love a ghost. I won't let go. Ash and honey falling down, soft as the rain, soft and slow. Down by the river, the street lamps drown their amber eyes in the running black. A saxophone in a shuttered town plays a long way, never coming back. You wore your silence like a coat, button tight against the cold. I caught the things you never spoke in the spaces where the dark unfolds. Ash and honey on my tongue, the bitter and the gold. I keep you where the night is young and the city's growing old. Smoke between my fingers, love a ghost. I won't let go. Ash and honey falling down, soft as the rain, soft and slow. Ash and honey on my tongue, the bitter and the gold. I keep you where the night is young and the city's growing old. Smoke between my fingers, love a ghost. I won't let go. Ash and honey falling down, soft as the rain, soft and slow. The clock unwinds, the hour bends. I'm pouring whiskey for the dawn, counting all the loose ends of a love that's almost gone. A taxi sighs and pulls away, red taillights swallowed whole, and everything I meant to say sinks like ballast in my soul. Tell me how the embers cool when no one's there to feed the flame. I'm a stranger to my own room, whispering your given name. The walls remember, the floorboards moan, the streetlight flickers, dims and stays. I carry midnight in my bones, and wear the booze of better days. Ash and honey on my tongue, the bitter and the gold. I keep you where the night is young and the city's growing old. Smoke between my fingers, love a ghost. I won't let go. Ash and honey falling down, soft as the rain, soft and slow. Concrete breathing low and gray, the street lamp drowning in the rain. I'll smoke the dark till it's day and taste the ash and honey again. Fading, fading, let it stay. Sodium glow on the wet black tar. A bus exhales and forgets where you are. Somewhere a radio loses its thread. The city breathes slow in the back of my head. I count the windows that still hold a light, each one a stranger asleep on their side. The kettle clicks off in a room I don't know, and steam writes a ghost on the cold of the glow. My coat keeps the rain like a second-hand skin. I walk past the closed shops, no one lets me in. Reflections move sideways, they don't keep my pace. The night wears a street lamp like powder on its face. Just the street lamp hum in the low of the road, carrying nothing and carrying me home. Concrete smoke rising where the daylight won't come. I dissolve in the quiet of the street lamp hum. A cab pulls a ribbon of red through the dark. A fox slides like rumor across the empty park. The bridge holds its breath over oil and slow tide, and I lean on the railing with no place to hide. A phone box still standing, no voice on the line, just a dial tone humming a flat line of mine. Somebody's laughter spills out of a door, then folds itself shut and I'm hollow once more. Just the street lamp hum in the low of the road, carry nothing and carrying me home. Concrete smoke rising where the daylight won't come. I dissolve in the quiet of the street lamp hum. The hours go soft like a cigarette ash. The neon keeps blinking, it's half-broken cash. I trade all my edges for fog and for gray, and let the long avenue swallow the day. There's a song in the gutters, a hymn in the drains, a pulse in the wires, a wash in the panes. I am only an echo, the buildings repeat, a footstep that fades on a long sleeping street. Stay with me, low light, stay. Don't let the morning take it away. The grain of the dark, the velvet, the buzz, the whole tired world held still in the hush. Breathe out the dawn, breathe in the smoke, hold a still hour before it all woke. Just a street lamp hum and the low of the road carry nothing and carrying me home. Concrete smoke rising where the daylight won't come. I dissolve in the quiet of the street lamp hum. The wires keep singing their one tired note. The river keeps moving its silver and smoke. And somewhere a light flickers out one by one, and I am still walking. Street lamp flicker on a wet black road. Somewhere a radio breathes alone. The city exhales what it never told. Concrete smoke and a heart of stone. You came in low like the fog comes in, a coat full of rain and a borrowed grin. I poured the hours into a dirty glass and waited for the trembling neon to pass. Your voice was wire, your hands were velvet. Wrapped me up where the streetlights melted. We talked in static, we lived in gray, the kind of love you don't put away. Wire and velvet, hold me down in the hum of this sleeping town. Soft on the outside, sharp underneath, a kiss like a knife, I learned to breathe. Wire and velvet, don't let go. We're just shadows the street lamps throw. The clock kept time like it owed us nothing. The kettle hissed and the pipes were drumming. You laid your secrets on the windowsill, watched them fade where the dark turned still. I traced the bruise of a bygone hour, a cigarette burning down to a flower. We never named what we couldn't keep, two strangers drowning in the same blue sleep. Wire and velvet, hold me down in the hum of this sleeping town. Soft on the outside, sharp underneath, a kiss like a knife, I learned to breathe. Wire and velvet, don't let go. We're just shadows the street lamps throw. Out past the bridges, the river is breathing, a slow gray ribbon of something leaving. I count the windows still burning gold, 1,000 stories the night won't hold. You smoke your silence, I smoke mine. We share the ashtray, we share the time. And when the morning comes crawling thin, we'll fold the dark and pull it in. Tell me the truth in a lower key, the kind that only the lonely see. Wrap your wire around my throat and lay the velvet over the cold. The city hums its single note, a lullaby that never closed. I'll meet you down where the meanings blur, in the ghost of who we never were. Wire and velvet, hold me down in the hum of this sleeping town. Soft on the outside, sharp underneath, a kiss like a knife, I learned to breathe. Wire and velvet, don't let go. We're just shadows the street lamps throw. Street lamp flicker on a wet black road. The radio fades to a softer coat. Concrete smoke and the dawn comes slow. We're just shadows the street lamps through the blinds. A kettle hiss, a dial tone hum, the city breeze and nicotine. Slow, slow, the night has come. Wet asphalt mirrors, neon ghosts, taxis drift like tired thoughts. I count the floors of empty rooms, somebody's window left unlocked. The radiator clicks and sighs, a song spills from the floor below. Half a chorus, half a prayer dissolving into stop and go. Feel the slow pulse under the skin, of the concrete and the smoke. A heartbeat buried in the hum of every word we never spoke. Lay me down in the static glow, let the low end hold me close. Slow pulse, carry me where the river goes. Ashtray moon on a windowsill, the matchstick burns down to my thumb. I trace your name in window steam, then watch it fade, then watch it run. There's gospel in the gutter rain, a baseline walking through the dark. A stranger laughs 3 blocks away and leaves a bruise inside the park. Feel a slow pulse under the skin of the concrete and the smoke. A heartbeat buried in the hum of every word we never spoke. Lay me down in the static glow, let the low end hold me close. Slow pulse, carry me where the river goes. The morning's still a rumor now, a bruise of blue behind the haze. I'm wearing yesterday like smoke, a coat I cannot wash away. The vinyl crackles soft and worn, a needle skips then finds its place. I'm half asleep against the glass, the cold wide open city's face. Hush now, the streets are dreaming, the wires are humming low. Hush now, my chest is keeping the rhythm of letting go. No clock can hold this hour, no light can reach this far. Just me and the slow machine of the dark behind the stars. Feel the slow pulse under the skin of the concrete and the smoke. A heartbeat buried in the hum of every word we never spoke. Lay me down in the static glow, let the low end hold me close. Slow pulse, carry me where the river goes. Street light fading, dawn comes slow. The kettle's cold, the dial tone gone. The city exhales, heavy lidded. Slow, the pulse goes on. Slow,
Concrete
the pulse
breathing,
goes on.
slow and low, neon bleeding through the snow. Somewhere a kettle starts to moan. The building hums, you're not alone.
Third floor landing, paper thin. The orange lamp lets nothing in. A cigarette forgets itself, a coat left hanging on a shelf. The elevator's out again, been counting cracks since 10:30. Your shoes are wet, your hands are cold, you wear the night like something old. Smoke in the stairwell, drifting up to me. Ghost of a someone I was meant to be. The city hums beneath its gray and breathes the dark before the day. Smoke in the stairwell, soft and slow. A place I leave, a place I go. The radiator ticks like rain, a dial tone hums an empty name. The window holds a yellow moon, between the bricks a hollow tune. Somebody coughs 2 doors away, a TV mutters blue and gray. I climb these steps 1,000 times to know we're dressed in nursery rhymes. Smoke in the stairwell, drifting up to me. Ghost of a someone I was meant to be. The city hums beneath its gray and breathes the dark before the day. Smoke in the stairwell, soft and slow. A place I leave, a place I go. Your letter folded in my fist, the kind of thing that don't exist till morning finds it on the floor. And you don't live here anymore. The streetlight paints the ceiling beige, a slow parade across the page. I hold my breath, I count to 3. The smoke keeps rising over me. Down where the meter eats the dark, a pulse, a flicker, then a spark. The baseline crawls along the wall, I hear the city, hear it call. No answer in the dial tone, just static breathing through the bone. I'm half asleep, I'm half awake, between the give, between the take. Smoke in the stairwell, up to me, ghost of a someone I was meant to be. The city hums beneath its gray and breathes the dark before the day. Smoke in the stairwell, soft and slow. A place I leave, a place I go. The kettle cools, the lamp goes dim, the night exhales. I follow him down through the smoke, down through the gray, into the hum, into the day. The stairwell keeps its quiet bell. No then, no later, only now. No then, no later, only now. Street light bleeding in the rain, the radio half tuned, half gone. The hum of something left to drain, the city breathing low at dawn. Ashtray full of yesterdays, coffee gone the color of stone. I count the cracks where morning lays across the floor. I call my own, the kettle ticks, the window sweats, a bus exhales and rolls away. I trade my dreams for cigarettes and wear the gray, the gray, the gray. Gray morning, come and find me here, half dressed in the dark I made, smoking silence year on year. The light comes slow, the light comes frayed. Gray morning, hold me where I lie, a ghost of warmth, a stall machine. I watch the color leave the sky and melt into the in-between. The neighbors move like underwater, footsteps soft against the seam. I never learned to need them hard, I only learned to leave the scene. A taxi paints the ceiling gold and takes its yellow down the lane. I count the hours getting cold and press my forehead to the pain. Gray morning, come and find me here, half dressed in the dark I made, smoking silence year on year. The light comes slow, the light comes frayed. Gray morning, hold me where I lie, a ghost of warmth, the stall machine. I watch the color leave the sky and melt into the in-between. There's a woman on the 7th floor who never sleeps before the news. She leaves a candle by the door for someone she's too tired to lose. And I'm the same, just lower down, a flicker hedge in every bed, a small gray light above the town that hasn't gone out, hasn't yet. Tell me what the hours weigh when no one's counting but the clock. The river drags the night away, past the cranes, past the dock. I am the smoke, I am the slow dissolving where the rooftops meet. Nobody comes, nobody goes, just concrete breathing in the street, just concrete breathing in the street. Find me here, half dressed in the dark I made, smoking silence year on year. The light comes slow, the light comes frayed. Gray morning, hold me where I lie, a ghost of warmth, the stall machine. I watch the color leave the sky and melt into the in-between. The kettle takes the morning phrase, the bus exhales and rolls away. I wear the gray, the gray, the gray. I wear the gray and let it stay. A train somewhere, a slow exhale of days. I'm counting concrete pillars in the dark, each one a tally of where we used to park. Down where the river forgets its own name, pigeons in the rafters, no one left to blame. You wore the coat like a borrowed coat, a cigarette ember, a half-drowned note. The radio fading, signal to ghosts, static and whisper the things I miss most. Your shadow folds into the wall, and the city keeps humming, hardly at all. Under the overpass, time runs slow, smoke in the headlights, nowhere to go. I keep your silence in my coat, a low tide pulling a sinking boat. Under the overpass, the night exhales, and every promise is something that pales. Tarmac glistens like a healing bruise, footsteps echo what I'd rather lose. A neon sign that flickers half its word, the other half a meaning never heard. You said the dawn would come and make us clean, but dawn's just gray that bleeds into the scene. I trace your name in the dust on glass and watch the headlights drag and pass. Under the overpass, time runs slow, smoke in the headlights, nowhere to go. I keep your silence in my coat, a low tide pulling a sinking boat. Under the overpass the night exhales, and every promise is something that pales. Somewhere a kettle, somewhere a fight, somewhere a window catching all the light. The pillars hold a roof, a falling sound of wheels and weather in the underground. I learned to love the hum more than the song, the way the dark forgives you when you're wrong. A bottle empty, a coat too thin, and all the cold the city lets you in. No moon tonight, just sodium glow, just the slow drip drip of melting snow. We are the smoke that the engines breathe, we are the names that the rivers leave. Hold it a moment, then let it go. Under the overpass, slow, so slow. The hours melt like wax on stone, and no one here ever stays alone. Under the overpass, time runs slow, smoke in the headlights, nowhere to go. I keep your silence in my coat, a low tide pulling a sinking boat. Under the overpass the night exhales, and every promise is something that pales. The train goes by, the floor begins to shake, a dust of concrete, a sound I cannot make. I'll wait here till the orange turns to gray, the city humming low, then humming low away, then humming low away. Streetlights bleed through cars, the city exhales slow. Somewhere a kettle hums to nobody at all. I trace the rain in reverse, watched it crawl back up the glass. Your coat still hangs like a question in the hallways, amber dust. The radio talks to itself, half static, half a hymn. And I'm folding the hours thin till they tear along the seam. Paper skin, the ink of you soaks in. I hold my breath against the light so I don't smudge the night. Paper skin, fold me where I've been, a letter no one sends, left damp in the wind. Down on the avenue, the neon learns to drown. Each puddle a cathedral turned upside down. A taxi size at the corner, no fare, no hurry, no name, just the meter counting heartbeats in a low electric flame. I lit one off the silence, let the smoke draw out my shade. A gray thing in the doorway that the dark forgot to take. Paper skin, the ink of you soaks in. I hold my breath against the light so I don't smudge the night. Paper skin, fold me where I've been, a letter no one sends, left damp in the wind. Morning's a rumor here, the kind that never comes. I count the cracks in the ceiling like distance from home. You said the body forgets the way a city forgets the rain, but I keep finding your weather pressed flat against the pane. The clock has lost its argument, the hands just hanging lean, and I'm thinner than the daylight that won't quite intervene. Tear me slow, don't crease me, I bruise the way paper bruises, soft and then forever a watermark of you. Hum low, city hum low, keep your one note burning. I'll dissolve into your shoulder like sugar in the smoke. Paper skin, the ink of you soaks in. I hold my breath against the light so I don't smudge the night. Paper skin, fold me where I've been, a letter no one sends, left damp in the wind. The kettle's gone cold again, the streetlights start to thin. Somewhere the morning is folding its gray hands over me. Paper skin, the ink, it soaks me in, and the city hums me under, low and low and gone. Streetlights bleed through window, grandma kettle hums forgotten time. The radio leaks a half-heard song. The city breeze slow and long. I count the cars by their color of sound. Wet rubber whispers across the ground. Your coat still hangs on the back of the door, a shape of someone here no more. The ashtray feels like a paper moon, half dead embers in an empty room, and nothing moves but the smoke I make. A gray little ghost I cannot make. Under the tall black sky, where just shadows passing by, neon bruises on the rain. Don't ask me to feel again. Under the tall black sky, the hours don't apologize. We dissolve like cigarette light into the soft machine of night. The baseline crawls beneath the floor, a heartbeat heavy, asking for more. I trace the cracks where the ceiling sweats, a map of all my small regrets. Down on the corner, the dealers wait, patient as statues at the gate, and somewhere a siren learns to cry, a lullaby for the sleepless sky. Under the tall black sky, we're just shadows passing by, neon bruises on the rain. Don't ask me to feel again. Under the tall black sky, the hours don't apologize. We dissolve like cigarette light into the soft machine of night. I wear the dark like a borrowed suit, a little too loose, a little too mute. The clock hands drift, they lose their weight. 3 in the morning, the color of gray. You used to laugh at the things that hide, now there's just static on the other side. The window fogs with the breath I keep, too tired to dream, too wired to sleep. Somewhere a train pulls out of the gloom, carrying nobody, leaving the room. The street lamp flickers, decides to stay, burning a hole in the edge of the day. And I could follow the rails out wide, but the city's got hooks in my tight side. So I light another, I let it burn. The wheels keep turning, they never return. Under the tall black sky, we're just shadows passing by, neon bruises on the rain. Don't ask me to feel again. Under the tall black sky, the hours don't apologize. We dissolve like cigarette light into the soft machine of night. The kettle's cold, the song has gone. The gray comes up, the night holds on, and smoke still climbs to the ceiling's eye. Slow as a prayer to a tall black sky, slow as a prayer to a tall black sky. Street lights drown in oily glass. The kettle ticks, the hours pass. A radio left on too low, just static breathing, soft and slow. You said by morning, said you call, a coat still hanging in the hall. I count the cars that pass the door, each headlight crawls across the floor. The clock has lost its sense of speed, ash collects, I do not read. The window holds a colder blue, a shape of someone shaped like you. And I'm down here in the long wait, where the city hums and breathes, holding smoke between my fingers, holding nothing up my sleeve. Come the slow hour, come the gray, I am still and you're away, in the long way, in the long way. The neon spells a broken word, a name half lit, a sound half heard. A pigeon shifts on rusted wire, the rooftops drink the dying fire. I learned the language of the rain, the tap and run against the pain. It tells me nothing, tells me twice the same cold story. Paid in ice, a taxi idles, then it's gone. I am the only light left on. And I'm down here in the long way, where the city hums and breathes, holding smoke between my fingers, holding nothing up my sleeve. Come the slow hour, come the gray, I am still and you're away, in the long way, in the long way, in the long way, in the long way. The phone goes dark, the battery battery dies, I trace your face behind my eyes. Somewhere a door, somewhere a key, somewhere a version of us free. The mattress keeps the shape of two, a hollow warm, a hollow blue. I dress in shadow, drink the dark. The dawn arrives without a spark, and still I sit, and still I stay, a statue in the breaking gray. If you come back, come quiet, come kind. Don't wake the dust I left behind. The walls have learned to hold their breath. The rooms rehearse a gentle death. I am not waiting, I am worn. A candle melted into morn. The smoke goes up, the smoke comes down, and settles soft across the town. And I'm down here in the long way, where the city hums and breathes, holding smoke between my fingers, holding nothing up my sleeve. Come the slow hour, come the gray, I am still and you're away. In the long way, in the long way, in the long way. The kettle's cold, the static stays. I fold the night, I count the days. A coat still hanging in the hall. Some mornings never come at all. In the long way, in the long way. Rain on the window. The city won't sleep. Streetlights are bleeding into the deep. A low hum rising from underground. Smoke in the hallway, no sound. No sound. I count the headlights like a slow parade. Each one a stranger I'll never know by name. Wet asphalt mirror the world upside down. A church of taxis, no one's praying now. The clock in the kitchen forgot how to chime. I'm pouring the hours like a cheap red wine. There's a girl on the corner under flickering glass, holding a cigarette, she's letting go past. Watch the neon bleed into the cracks of the street. Colors that run when it rains, pulling the dark off my veins. Watch the neon bleed, soft as a fever, a dream. Hold me where nobody sees, down where the city breathes. The radio whispers a song with no end. Some late night voice talking low to a friend. I left the door open just in case you came, but all that walks in is the cold and the rain. Concrete and shadow, the bridges hang low. A river that carries where nobody knows. I trace your shape in the steam on the pane. A ghost made of nothing, a flicker, a stain. Watch the neon bleed into the cracks of the street. Colors that run when it rains, pulling the dark off my veins. Watch the neon bleed, soft as a fever, a dream. Hold me where nobody sees, down where the city breathes. Somewhere a siren goes quiet and dies, lost in the static of all goodbyes. The bartender's wiping a glass that won't shine, closing his kingdom one chair at a time. I float on the pavement like ash in the wind, a coat full of holes where the morning gets in. The towers are sleeping with one eye half cracked. I'm walking towards something that's never coming back. Slow down, slow down. Let the hours undress. Slow down. In the smoke gray hush, nothing to hold and nothing to keep. Just the long blue pulse of the streets. Just the long blue pulse of the streets. Watch the neon bleed into the cracks of the street. Colors that run when it rains, pulling the dark off my veins. Watch the neon bleed, soft as a fever, a dream. Hold me where nobody sees, down where the city breathes. Rain on the window, the city won't sleep. Streetlights are bleeding into the deep, down where the smoke turns the morning to gray. I'm fading, I'm fading, I'm fading away. Fading away into the hum, into the falls. The radiator ticking like a clock with broken jaws. Neon bleeds a slow blue under the door, and I am still here, counting cracks across the floor. Ashtray full of mornings I never learned to spend. The kettle hums a question I don't answer to the end. Your coat still hangs a shadow on the back of the chair, half a shape of someone who is no longer there. The city breeze below me, low and out of tune. A heartbeat made of traffic in the throat of afternoon. I trace the dust like rivers down the spine of the glass, watching all the headlights pull the dark across the grass. In this hollow room, the smoke don't rise, it stays a great thing in the lungs of all my empty days. In this hollow room, I keep your voice on loop, a ghost inside the speaker, singing through the smoke. Midnight wears the cheap perfume of someone else's bar. The street lamp draws its halo where you said you weren't far. I wear the silence like a coat 2 sizes wide. The floorboards know the weight of how I stay inside. A record skips a promise, the needle won't move on, just turning in the groove of every word that's gone. I left the window open so the night could come and sit. We don't say a thing, we just let the ashes spit. In this hollow room, the smoke don't rise, it stays a great thing in the lungs of all my empty days. In this hollow room, I keep your voice on loop, a ghost inside the speakers, singing through the smoke. The walls have learned my breathing, they answer when I cough. A deaf and patient listener, they never wander off. I count the bottles dreaming on the table's tired edge, each one a little promise pushed past the window's ledge. Somewhere past the rooftops, a siren finds its note, then folds itself in distance like a stone inside a coat. And morning is a rumor that the curtains won't believe, so I stay among the shadows with nothing left to grieve. Slow, the city's pulse below, slow like blood through melted snow. I am the smoke that won't let go, filling up the dark. I know no door, no light, no name to call, just the hum behind the wall, just the dust against the screen, and all the rooms I've never been. In this hollow room, the smoke don't rise, it stays a great thing in the lungs of all my empty days. In this hollow room, I keep your voice on loop, a ghost inside the speakers, singing through the smoke. Static on the window, rain that never falls. The radiator ticking, the neon on the walls. I fold into the quiet like a letter never sent, breathing in the gray of every place I went. The city hums me under, low and out of tune, and I'm still here, in this hollow room. Static on the window, rain that never falls. The radiator ticking, the neon on the walls. I fold into the quiet like a letter never sent, breathing in the gray of every place I went. The city hums me under, low and out of tune, and I am still here, in this hollow room. Streetlight bleeds through the gauze of rain, a radio breathing between the lanes. Nothing moves but the hum, nothing answers, so I let it come. Ashtray moon on the windowsill, the kettle ticks, the building's still. I keep the volume low and gray, let the dead air carry me away. Your coat still hanging by the door, a ghost of someone I'm not sure I ever held or only dreamed. The city keeps its secrets clean. Smoke curls up like a question mark, dissolving slow into the dark. Just a cigarette and static, the night undone, the wires loose. Just a cigarette and static, and the city pulling me through. Hold the silence like a habit, breathe the neon, breathe the blue. a cigarette and static, nothing here but me and you. Tower blocks like a sleeping crowd, their windows dim, their voices drowned. A taxi sighs and turns away, its headlights bruising up the spray. I trace the cracks across the glass, count the hours, watch them pass. Somewhere low, a baseline turns, a slow machine that never learns. The clock forgets the time it keeps, and half the world dissolves to sleep. Just a cigarette and static, the night undone, the wires loose. Just a cigarette and static, and the city pulling me through. Hold the silence like a habit, breathe the neon, breathe the blue. Just a cigarette and static, nothing here but me and you. I learned the language of the late, the murmur underneath the freight, the rattle of the empty train, the dial tone, the rolling rain. You said you call when it got dark. I left the window slightly cracked, the smoke gets in, the cold gets in, and somewhere under all my skin a frequency I can't quite tune, a far off room, a fading moon. Tell me what the hour wants, the gray between the street lamps haunts. I am the hush before the noise, a half-remembered lowered voice. Let the static be a sea, let it carry, let it free. I'll drift the wires till morning breaks and pours its gray across the lakes of glass and rooftops, slow and wide, where all the sleepless ones reside. Ooh. Just a cigarette and static, the night undone, the wires loose. Just a cigarette and static, and the city pulling me through. Ooh. Hold the silence like a habit, breathe the neon, breathe the blue. Just a cigarette and static, nothing here but me and you. Ooh. The signal fades, the embers cool, the morning leaks its silver fuel. The cigarette, a string of noise, the city sighs and loses voice, and I am still here, low and gray, letting all of it drift away. Slats of the blind, a kettle of silence, the night left behind. Somewhere a siren forgets how to cry. Taste of the copper, the iron in the air. Low hum of the city, a generator's prayer. Window fog gray, my breath on the air. Headlights drag slow through the wet concrete sheen, like ghosts checking out of a place they've never been. I keep the clock face turned to the wall, let the hours go quiet, let the small hours fall. There's rust on the railing, salt on my tongue, a bruise-colored dawn that never quite comes. There's iron in the air, heavy on my chest, a weight I can't name, won't let me rest. Smoke off the rooftops, low and slow, the city's still breathing, I should let go. Iron in the air, iron in the air. Down by the river, the lamplight folds into the black where the cold water holds. A man and his shadow, neither one speaks. The bridge keeps the secrets the morning won't keep. I traced your name once in the dust on the glass. Watch the rain take it gently, no asking, no past. Now the radio's static, a far-off machine, a loop of a heartbeat in a song I half mean. There's iron in the air, heavy on my chest, a weight I can't name, won't let me rest. Smoke off the rooftops, low and slow, the city's still breathing, I should let go. Iron in the air, iron in the air. Concrete remembers every step that I take, the hollow of stairwells, the choices I make. A flickering bulb in a hallway too long, hums in the key of a half-finished song. I light one more cigarette, watch it burn down. The ember is small sun above the gray town. Footsteps below me, then nothing at all, just the tick of the radiator, the crack in the wall. Hold still, let the smoke settle low. The streets full of mirrors and nowhere to go. Breathe in the cold, breathe out the chrome. The midnight's a country and I am its home. Hold still, the dark's not unkind. It carries the weight, I keep losing my mind. There's iron in the air, heavy on my chest, the weight I can't name won't let me rest. Smoke off the rooftop, slow and slow. The city's still breathing, I should let go. Iron in the air, iron in the air. Streetlight still bleeds through the slats of the blind. The kettle gone cold, then I'm out of time. Somewhere a siren remembers to cry. Taste of the copper, the iron in the air. Iron in the air, iron in the air. Streetlight bleeding through the haze, a kettle hum, a distant train. The city breathes in shades of gray, and I am dust beneath the rain. Concrete sweating under neon, a taxi sighs along the curb. I trace the cracks where we were leaning, in a silence neither one disturbed. The clock dissolves into the carpet, the ashtray holds another year. Your coat still hanging by the doorway, a ghost that won't quite disappear. I count the windows still awake, each one a fever someone keeps. The night is wide, the night is patient, the night does nothing while it sleeps. We fall so slow, it feels like floating, a soft collapse, a fading hum. The smoke uncoils, the room goes quiet. Hold me here till morning comes, hold me here till morning comes. The radio's a wounded angel, half a song and static drift. I pour the last of something amber, the only warmth this room can lift. Outside the world keeps its arrangement, the same wet light, the same low moan. The buses move like tired cattle, and everybody walks alone. I memorize the way you're breathing, a metronome against my spine. The dark is heavy on my eyelids, and still I keep it, still it's mine. We fall so slow, it feels like floating, a soft collapse, a fading hum. The smoke uncoils, the room goes quiet. Hold me here till morning comes, hold me here till morning comes. There's a bridge somewhere I'm crossing, in a coat that isn't dry. The river holds a broken street lamp and shivers when the sirens cry. I am made of someone's leaving, a half-erased and penciled name. The city wears me like a rumor and never asks me where I came. We don't speak of what's unraveling, we let the quiet do the work. The hours pull against the window, the small hand trembling on the clock. Don't turn the lamp on, let the gray stay gray. Let the long fall carry us gently, gently away. No hard landing, no last word, just the slow undoing of everything we heard. We fall so slow, it feels like floating, a soft collapse, a fading hum. The smoke uncoils, the room goes quiet. Hold me here till morning comes, hold me here till morning comes. The kettle's cold, the train is gone, the streetlight thins into the dawn. I'm still here, dissolving on into the hum, into the song. Into the song. The song. Steam off the platform, breathing slow. A flicker in the tunnel, the last train go. Nobody waiting but the rain and me, counting the seconds the city won't keep. Soft on the wet concrete, footsteps dissolve in a tired heartbeat. Somebody's radio fading to gray, whispers of strangers that drift and decay. I pocket my hands like I'm holding the code, watch the reflection grow heavy and old. The clock overhead has forgotten its hands. Time pools in the gutters, slips through the sand. Hold me in the hum of the after-hour light, carry me low through the belly of night. I'm a ghost in the carriage, a breath on the glass, the last train glow in the moments that pass. Don't wake me, don't name me, just let the rails sing. Let the dark do the holding, let the silence ring. Doors open hollow on an empty seat, a coat left behind smelling faintly of street. The window keeps draughts of 1,000 goodbyes, and the tunnels exhale where the daylight dies. There's a girl in the smoke that I won't ever meet, just a curl of her cigarette laced through the heat. She reads from a paper that's printed with rain, and the headlines run grey down the length of the pane. Hold me in the hum of the after-hour light, carry me low through the belly of night. I'm a ghost in the carriage, a breath on the glass, the last train glow in the moments that pass. Don't wake me, don't name me, just let the rails sing. Let the dark do the holding, let the silence ring. The bridge takes the river in long iron sighs. Below us the water wears borrowed sky lies. A siren unwinds in a faraway block. The city keeps secrets it forgot how to lock. I trace my own name in the dust on the seat, erase it again with the back of my sleeve. We pass under towers that lean into sleep, their windows like embers too tired to keep. Smoke in the rafters, ash in the air, somewhere a kettle, an unanswered prayer. The wheels keep their rhythm, a low lullaby, a pulse in the concrete that won't say goodbye. And I could ride forever, never arrive, just the glow and the going, just barely alive. The doors breathe a closing, the dark slides between, and the platform forgets where the living have been. Hold me in the hum of the after-hour light, carry me low through the belly of night. I'm a ghost in the carriage, a breath on the glass, the last train glow in the moments that pass. Don't wake me, don't name me, just let the rails sing. Let the dark do the holding, let the silence ring. Steam off the platform, breathing slow, a flicker in the tunnel, then nowhere to go. The city hums low and it lets me go gray on the last train glow, fading away, fading away, fading away. Fading away. Fading away. Static on the window, rain in slow motion, streetlight bleeding amber through the glass. Nothing moves but smoke and my own breathing. Nothing moves but the hours as they pass. You left your coat across the empty chair, still holding the shape of someone gone. I count the cars that drown beneath the bridge, each one a question I can't put it on. The city hums a low and broken note of frequency only the lonely hear. I press my forehead to the cooling pain and let the quiet pull you somewhere near. You're a velvet bruise on the back of my mind, a soft purple lake that the dark left behind. I touch where it hurts just to know it was real, slow as the smoke, slow as the way that I feel. Velvet bruise, velvet bruise, the kind of pain I never choose to lose. Down by the docks, the water keeps its secrets, oil and moonlight tangled in the wake. I smoke your brand because it tastes like memory, because the burning's better than the ache. The clock above the kitchen swallowed midnight, its hands gave up somewhere around the hour when you were laughing in a doorway, golden, before the city turned the love to sour. You're a velvet bruise on the back of my mind, a soft pearl velvet bruise, the kind of pain I never choose to lose. Somewhere a neon sign keeps spelling sorry and stutters and flickers half alive. The alleys where the shadows like old bruises, the heart still finds its reasons to survive. I trace your name in dust along the table, a fading map to know where I can go. The radio's a whisper in another room, playing the songs we used to call our own. Don't turn the lamp on, let the dark stay tender. Let me keep the outline of your ghost. The streets are washed in gray and slow surrender. And what I miss the most is what I almost held, almost the word of closing door, the kind of close that opens up the floor and I fall soft. I fall without a sound. The city catches me before I hit the ground. You're a velvet bruise on the back of my mind, a soft purple lake that the dark left behind. I touch where it hurts just to know it was real. Slow as the smoke, slow as the way that I feel. Velvet bruise, the kind of pain I never choose to lose. The rain forgets its rhythm on the sill. The kettle takes itself to cold and still. Somewhere the morning's loading up its gray, but now the night still lets me stay. Velvet bruise, fading into blue. Velvet bruise, I'm still humming low for you. Street lamps drown in amber rain, the windows breathe a fogged up gray. A kettle ticks behind the wall and no one's coming anyway. I count the cabs that never stop, their taillights bleeding down the lane. A saxophone 3 floors below forgets the melody again. The clock has loosened all its hands, the hours pull like spilled machine. I trace your name into the glass and watch it fade to nicotine. The city's asleep, but I'm still awake, holding the smoke that you couldn't take. Low in the hum, low in the haze, counting the ghosts in the neon blaze. The city's asleep, let it dream on its own. I'm just a shadow it left on its own. The radiator clears his throat, a pigeon shifts along the sill. The river carries someone's voice and drops it where the docks go still. I wore your coat against the cold, it smells of trains and someone gone. The streetlight stutters like a heart that can't decide to carry on. The city's asleep, but I'm still awake, holding the smoke that you couldn't take. Low in the hum, low in the haze, counting the ghosts in the neon blaze. The city's asleep, let it dream on its own. I'm just a shadow it left on its own. Somewhere a door gives up its lock, a stranger laughs and disappears. The bus exhales its tired blue and pulls the curtain on the years. I let the ashtray hold the night, each ember dying like a thought. The morning's still an hour from here, a promise nobody quite bought. And if the dawn forgets my name, I wear the gray and call it home. The concrete keeps us soft to cold, the kindest place to be alone. No sirens now, no falling glass, just breath and brick and slow and rain. The city folds into itself and lets me disappear again. The city's asleep, but I'm still awake, holding the smoke that you couldn't take. Low in the hum, low in the haze, counting the ghosts in the neon blaze. The city's asleep, let it dream on its own. I'm just a shadow it left on its own. So sleep, you tangled streets of mine. Sleep heavy lidded, slow and deep. I'll hum the last of all the light and keep the smoke you couldn't keep. Streetlight bleeding through the ghost of a window left half open. Somewhere a kettle sighs and the radio forgets the word. Concrete keeps the warmth and nothing. Breath of buses in the dark. I count the taxis like their heartbeats slow and yellow through the park. You left your jacket on the railing, left the keys inside the door. I'm wearing all the hours after the ones nobody asked me for. Ash collects along the table, the city hums beneath my feet. A low note holding in the basement of every empty sleeping street. And I fade to gray, the color of the late, late rooms. I fade to gray, where the smoke forgets the shape of you. No goodbye, no neon promise, just the dimmer turning down. I fade to gray, the quiet swallowing the town. Rain undresses on the pavement, slick as oil, soft as breath. The river holds the bridges, sleeping half in love and half in death. I trace your name across the steam on glass that's older than us both. The letters running into nothing, a ghost dissolving in its coat. Somewhere there's a party ending, laughter spilling, then the door. I am the echo in the stairwell nobody is listening for. And I fade to gray, the color of the late, late rooms. I fade to gray, where the smoke forgets the shape of you. No goodbye, no neon promise, just the dimmer turning down. I fade to gray, the quiet swallowing the town. Morning comes in like a stranger, keys you don't quite recognize. The sky of blues above the rooftops, healing slow before my eyes. I keep your absence in my pocket, small and warm and out of view. A coin I never spend or lose, just turn it over thinking you. The pigeons map the empty market, the shutters cough and start to rise. And I'm still here beneath the static, still learning how the silence lies. Tell me where the smoke goes when the last bar shuts its eyes. Tell me if it carries all the names we never said goodbye. The hum keeps moving through my bones. A low cathedral organ in a city built of phones. I am dust along a window, I am static in the wire. I am every almost morning that forgot to catch the fire. And I fade to gray, the color of the late, late rooms. I fade to gray, where the smoke forgets the shape of you. No goodbye, no neon promise, just the dimmer turning down. I fade to gray, the quiet swallowing the town. Fade, fade, the street lights letting go. Fade, 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 the river running slow, and somewhere in the concrete smoke, a heartbeat and the hush, the city closing both its eyes, and me dissolving in the blush of gray, of gray, of gray.